Lu Weinan was indeed great at escaping. Using his incredible footwork, he was able to take back his hand and run from the tiger. Meowth had already thrown itself at Lu Weinan and was ready to launch another attack. Meowth, come back to eat. Ha Sein called. He was counting on Lu Weinan to lead the way and did not want him to be killed. Lu Weinan pointed at Meowth and shouted, "Isn't it mutant beast soul? Pet? How come?" Ha Sein did not reply and continued to eat. Lu Weinan suddenly understood. It evolved. Quote, Lu Weinan shot an envious glance at Meowth and said, "Brother, you are so lucky. Even your mutant pet has evolved. Now it must be more valuable than any other sacred blood beast soul." Yes, I was lucky. Ha Sein thought to himself, if you see Holy Angel, you would know what a truly valuable pet looks like. Thinking of Holy Angel, Ha Sein was a little upset. He had tried to feed her mutant meat, and she would not even look at it. When Ha Sein was eating sacred blood meat, she became very interested. Unfortunately, Ha Sein couldn't afford to feed her sacred blood meat. Yet, after the 2 persons and 1 cat were fed, they continued their trip. Because the centipede was too large, Ha Sein was not able to gain a single mutant geno point with his full meal. After flying for several days in the dark swamp, they reached their destination. Unfortunately, all the mutant creatures they saw were too large, and Ha Sein only gained 1 mutant geno point. They were at a water meadow. In the green grass stood a unicorn horse, on the back of which sat a knight covered in shiny black armor, with the black spear in his hand. Only by looking at it from afar, Ha Sein was certain that it was not a human being, like Lu Weinan had said. The armor of the knights was neither metal nor stone, it was more like shell of the turtle or some kind of beetle. And there was no gap between the parts of the armor. It was very odd. Ha Sein was sure that this was a sacred blood creature, and one that was very hard to deal with. It was much stronger than the stone man that Helen showed him. Just by looking at its spear and mount, Ha Sein was sure that it was not an ordinary sacred blood creature. Humanoid creatures were already very strong, and this one even had a mount, which was something that Ha Sein had not even heard of before. "Brother, am I right? Is it a sacred blood creature?" Hiding in the grass, Lu Weinan whispered to Ha Sein. "Yes, it is indeed a sacred blood creature. However, it looks very strong and I am not very confident that I could take care of it." Ha Sein told him the truth. The sacred blood creature was so strange. Ha Sein did not think it would be weaker than the Holy Angel from the Mystery Island. However, he did not have a second sacred blood ghost butterfly at this point. Luckily, he had the diamond sword. Even if this creature was as strong as Holy Angel, he would still stand a chance. "Brother, I'll let you decide how to divide our gains." Lu Weinan thought Ha Sein was expressing his dissatisfaction with his proposal, and added, "I am afraid that the 2 of us will not be able to beat it." Ha Sein believed that the black unicorn horse must have some special functions, other than just a mount. Lu Weinan was very positive and said, "We have to try first. This kind of rare sacred blood creature must be worth a lot of money. If we happen to get its beast soul, then we will be able to make a fortune." "All right. So, let's talk about how to divide our gains first." "I'm afraid that your proposal will not do," said Ha Sein. "What do you suggest?" Lu Weinan looked at Ha Sein and said carefully, "Since you have provided the information, you could take 20% of our profits." The remaining 80% will be divided according to our contribution in pay. Hunting. What do you think? Hossein thought about it and suggested. Okay. Lu Weinan agreed to Hossein's terms. This way, he could at least get 20%, while the large gangs would probably only give him a 10% cut. Also, if Lu Weinan made some contribution, he could get more. Lu Weinan had wanted to make some effort originally, because he might be able to gain the beast soul if he had a chance to make the last attack. After the two had finished the discussion, they sneaked up on a sacred blood creature hidden in grass. Hossein thought, no matter how strong the sacred blood creature was, as long as it could not fly, it will not be too risky for the two of them. When they were 500 feet from the sacred blood creature, it suddenly looked to their direction. Hossein saw very clear that behind the helmet of the sacred blood creature were a pair of red eyes, as red as the flames in the hell. Before Hossein and Lu Weinan could react, the sacred blood creature quickly urged the black unicorn horse to charge them and raised his black spear. Watch out. This guy is too strong. Hossein grabbed the diamond sword with both his hands and used jade skin to its full. The unicorn horse had an incredible speed. It could also float above the water and did not sink. Almost immediately, the sacred blood creature was merely a dozen feet from Hossein. With its high speed, it quickly used its spear to stab Hossein in the chest.